Hello all, Shadwell here, ready to talk about the next film in my collection, The 40-Year-Old Virgin from 2005, directed by Judd Apatow and starring Steve Carell, Catherine Keener, and Paul Rudd. This is the first feature film to be directed by Apatow, and it would not be the last. He's done other films since, like Knocked Up, Trainwreck, and my favorite of his, Funny People, which is definitely not to be confused with a film called Funny Games, but we'll be getting to both eventually, don't worry. Apatow has a tendency to draw in the crowd with a raunchy premise or a dirty joke or two, but before long, his films deliver a much more emotional journey and can hit you right in the feels. And The 40-Year-Old Virgin is kind of the prototype of all that. This film also serves as a really good introduction to Steve Carell, who has since become a comedy legend. Sure, he did Anchorman the year before, but that was a supporting role, and in this, he really shines that heart of absolute gold through his hilarious exterior. He's just plain great. Like I was saying earlier about Apatow's MO though, what starts as a film about three guys trying to get their 40-year-old friend laid for the first time turns into a movie about finding love and how sex can take a backseat to love. Granted, some of the humor and situations haven't aged so gracefully, like the advice to find a drunk girl and take her home because then you're almost guaranteed sex, which, come to think of it, was never good advice. Or funny. I do have to say, though, personally, for me, and I know I shouldn't, but the improvised I Know You're Gay scene between Paul Rudd and Seth Rogen still makes me laugh way harder than it should. If it makes you laugh too, I should mention that on the DVD there is a special feature where you can watch the full 5-minute version of that scene which they shot. That is where this film shines the most, I think. The scenes where two characters are interacting with each other about pretty much anything other than the plot. Everyone has great comedic strengths, and Apatow really knows how to let that out, which is what I appreciate so much about his movies. Also, the film ends with a musical number, with the cast singing Aquarius and Let the Sun Shine In from the musical Hair. It's neither here nor there, but it's a delightful quirk to the movie, and I am here for it. Like I said though, some of the humor hasn't aged well, and because of that, I can't give this film anything higher than a B-. Anyway, join me next episode when I review something that is more a gathering of old trailers than it is a narrative film. It's called 42nd Street Forever, and it's next time. See y'all then.